Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We got 300 acres. It is time for Morning View to move forward with the blessing of the city. I'm asking, please, it's taken us 14 years and technically 16 and a half to get here, and 33 individuals, and everybody's put every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears into this company. We're socially responsible. We're doing family films.
And we're here today in a part of the property that's hope to be under contract for the Morning View movie studios. This represents about 350 acres out of a total of over 500 acres. Morning View and Carissa Carpenter have been very straightforward, answered all of our questions fully.
We've arrived at an understanding on how we're going to proceed. They've been very cooperative with the city's needs, and in turn we have been cooperative with their construction schedule and everything that they need to complete the project.
Well, tell me about the project itself. I mean, I've seen in the local papers $2.8 million.
That makes me crazy. It's not. It's 2.8 billion over 5 years.
But I have difficulty understanding how you managed to put all this together, where, on the other hand, I find liens in your name and criminal charges in your name. I mean, for instance, the 2004 case involving your grandmother, Von Scandal. I mean, you know the accusation made in that is,
and I was innocent, so that was resolved. But keep in mind, 2003, when that all came down, my grandmother was in a senior home. I kept her in my home up until I couldn't take care of her any further. I went to Luxembourg to open a public company at Luxembourg. I got severely ill. I nearly died. I had to have my daughter emancipated because I needed at 16 to get her taken care of. I mean, I nearly died. I was unconscious and missing literally for almost 4 weeks. I had 2 pacemakers. The first one, they opened me up and my pacemaker malfunctioned and the battery had to be replaced. They gave me a staph infection and no one knew where I was for a couple of weeks. And I was in the hospital. I got Eric Hintz, the lawyer that is in Sacramento, to defend me. And I went up a couple of times, worked with the judge, gave them everything that they needed to show and to back up everything that I said was reality. The detectives did their work, the DA did their work, and they apologized.
and by then your grandmother died.
And I had my grandmother live with me from 92. So that was really hard because they wouldn't let us see her. My daughter was devastated. I was devastated. There wasn't anything I could do. And it is where the system really screws you over if you have money and you're standing there going, I didn't do anything. This is not okay.
You didn't put up a $50,000 bond in that case in 2009?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's in the file.
Well, a lot of things
Van
are,
Nuys, I believe.
I don't think so.
But your position is you were ill, you didn't do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they dismissed all the charges.
What about Bob Lorsch?
Bob Lorsch.
Lorsch Land.
Oh, that was a home I was going to buy. Did not end up dealing with that and not ending up doing the financing with it because I didn't have the project, wasn't ready to go. So I didn't close on the transaction.
You owe him a $650,000 settlement in that case?
That is for defaulting on the sales agreement that I thought I was going to do when we were in contract with another lender on another piece of land. That was Eldorado Hills.
Are you going to pay him?
Eventually I'm going to pay him. I tried to be reasonable with him and work it out, but yeah, he was pretty unreasonable at that time.
Tell me about the hotel bill.
So, in 2011, my pacemaker wire broke, and I didn't expect it. All of a sudden I was at the gym, and I had gone and I had stayed 2 nights in the Topanga Canyon Inn. 2 weeks later in that hospital, my arm started swelling. Now, I've had 6 pacemakers since 1991. That's a lot. I mean, I'm scarred from here to, I mean, I look like a, I'm down here, lots of them. But I've had help, and it's genetic in my family. It's passed to my daughter, passed to my grandchildren. When I woke up, my accounts were cleaned out. The identity theft had hit again. My CPAs and Charlie called the innkeeper and said, you know, she's going to be coming back. I just don't quite know when. You know, I left 2 cases of wine up there with them and said, hold the room. The guy didn't even give me a chance. He went and he turned around and he wrote out the checks and took them to the DA. She didn't show up.
So that's
Non-stop.
in 2011. You just took care of this matter recently, didn't you?
I didn't know that there was anything. I thought it was dropped and done. And surprise, I get a knock on my door saying, you know, hey, we've got a warrant for you. And I'm like, for what? And we told, I mean, I've had probably 10 to 15,000 checks that are not even mine pass through my account in 2.5 years. I've had wire transfers, and they do it primarily when I'm down and I'm sick.
What happened with Randy Nauert?
With who?
Randy Nauert owns a large home in Malibu.
When
You rented it.
right, the day that I was moving, I actually had to move yesterday. When the police showed up and all that stuff in Malibu happened, he was like, "This is way too creepy." He got a bunch of threatening phone calls as well.
He said that you never paid him. He said you owed him $20,000 for the rent.
I wasn't even there a week. And he said, "You need to go. Don't worry about the bill. Go. Pack your stuff. Get out of here."
Beverly Hills Cosmetic Dentistry. There's a case pending against you now.
Of Dr. Goodman.
Right.
My teeth all broke from falling and cracked open all my teeth in my mouth. And he didn't finish the work. And I had 4 abscesses that went into an infection into my heart. Actually, it's one of the reasons I'm dealing with this stuff now. The open, and I can't get it fixed when you're a heart patient. You can't take antibiotics. It's like a vicious circle. So I've not been able to get that finished. And when I get well, I'll pay him. But I'm not gonna. I mean, it's not
Have you
right.
explained that to him? I mean, he's gone to court against you.
I tried.
I mean, you're talking about building this massive project, and you're accused of writing bad checks.
Let me explain. That's a fun one. When the identity theft happened, the heavy-duty identity theft happened, and I feel like I'm being like cross-examined. I don't want to have a negative relationship with you or anybody else.
No, these are questions I have to ask you.
I understand, but you need to also understand that they are situations of life, and if I would have known it would have taken me 15 years, 16 years to do this, and what it would have cost me to my family and my own sanity and health, and my family's health and everybody around me, I wouldn't have taken this road. I wouldn't have undertaken it. But everything's invested and it's done, and I'm going down that road, and I'm not going to give up. But the cost of this project, I'm sitting here with, my health barely hanging on, and, family that's messed up for life. And everybody in my team has stood by me. And we've had some, unfortunately, when you look at a woman and you go, okay, so there's a woman with a heart condition. Ooh, okay, so she's got some money. Ooh, she's doing a big plan. Let's see what we can get out of it. Let's see how we can squeeze her. Let's see how we can take advantage of the situation.
What about all the liens, the tax liens?
The tax liens are non-existent. There's one that was supposed to be released that was supposed to a long time ago that I've been fighting with my ex-husband on, who basically won't take any responsibility from the divorce.
But how did you end up with all those liens?
There should not be any tax liens.
There's a history of liens from unpaid state and county taxes that go back years.
I have tax credits of over $10 million of tax credits of carry forwards.
What kind of assets do you have? Do you own property in California?
I have no more property. I've sold everything. The only I have left is my tax credits, my carry forwards, which are now worth about $50 million. So everything I've got has been put into the company and or sold and put into the dirt in various projects through the years.